Ladies and gentlemen, happy Maghapuja Day, the day we remember the great meeting of 1,250 monks presided by the Buddha, or the meeting that Buddha was the president of the meeting. It's about 2,568 years ago. And that time, there are about 1,250 arahanta came from different directions without appointment. They were their ordination were given by the Buddha, or they gain or they receive ordination from the Buddha. They attain perfect alignment. That day is the full moon day. That day was the full moon day of the Magha, or the third month, according to lunar calendar. We remember the four constituents of meeting of on Arahanta, or we remember the four factors of Arahanta's meeting. This meeting was the pure meeting. This meeting supported the great idea of preservation for environment, the place where they met was the bamboo grove. It is pure nature, and the light for joining in this meeting come from the moon, or they used the moonlight as the light in the meeting. It's the great and only one meeting of the pure monks in the world. Over there, the Buddha delivered the principle of Buddhism. He said that not to do or not to commit bad or evil, or we borrow the word from the ways like not to do the sin in order to let the people know according to translate from papa sappha papassa akaranang East Pali language that is meant not to do the whole sin whole sappha whole sin บาป not to do the whole sin or we can compare to use after we translate sin as the defilement not to do bad action that make defilement for the mind for body and for peace for speech or we can say not to do bad thing not to do bad speech not to do bad action in Buddhism the Buddha taught three kinds of action action by mind action by mouth and action by body or we can say action by mind verbal action and physical action or we can use mental action it means thinking verbal action is meant speech physical action that thing that is made by hand by feet by any parts of the body we call physical action action by mind is also thinking when we are thinking to something I'm thinking to Kun Vipa I'm thinking to David Michael Monk I'm thinking about this school I'm thinking about the car I'm thinking about the bus thinking is the action of mind and was it a verbal action the action by word the action by word it is meant speech talking speaking they are actions by word like a sweet word or dirty word I prefer sweet word good word beautiful word beneficent word for example We are communicating the word of Dhamma to you all. And this is action by word. I try to communicate the words to let you know the meaning of verbal action. I try as best as I can to communicate what I want to communicate to you. And today I try hard to explain the three karma by mind, by mouth, and by hand and feet, or by body. And if we talk about the action of mind, it is thinking. Action of mouth is speech. Action of body, we can do so many things. I have followed your example. I made a conscious effort to compliment people with good speech. They read so well. To feeling good and appreciated. So, according to the Buddha, he said not to do the bad thing. We mean doing bad by thinking, by speech, and by acting, by body. And the second principle that the Buddha delivered the sermon on his sermon, trying to do good as best as one can. Try to fulfill goodness, he said. It is meant everyone try to fulfill goodness by thinking, by speech, and by action. The thinking that's full of love, loving kindness, forgiveness, empathy is good thinking. Thinking that consists of loving kindness is supposed to be good thinking. The Buddha teach us to cultivate good thinking. And the Buddha also teaches us to cultivate, to do good speech. Good speech. Good speech is good word that doesn't make you feel suffer. When you feel the word, you feel good, you feel have more energy. You can have morale to continue doing good thing. That's the good word. To do good word, to do good by speech, the speech that support you to have the energy, or the speech that support you to have inspiration to be progressive or in advance in doing goodness for yourself or for the other. That good speech, and then good acting or good deed. Good deed is whatever you are doing doesn't harm yourself, doesn't harm the others. Good deed is whatever you are doing is helpful for yourself and for the other. And whatever you have done, the Buddha praised you. Whatsoever you have done, it recognized by the Buddha. So many times the Buddha recognized so many followers who were doing good. This is the Buddha taught the second principle to Arhantas, cultivation of goodness or complement of goodness or fulfill goodness to your mind, to your mouth, and to your body. Let's see the third one. Third one is to purify the mind. To purify of mind. In Buddhism, every time we study, we set the base of body and mind, or we revert to the action by thinking, speech, and deed. So, in many places in Buddhist scripture, the Buddha teach mind is the boss. Mind is the boss of speech and action. Or mind is the boss of the body. A mind is the leader of the body. So, in Buddhism, the Buddha teaches us to provide good mind by training. He teaches us that training mind is good. Training mind is good. All the Buddha support about training of body and mind that among all human beings, those who were trained are excellent human beings. Or what's the perfect human being? We can answer that everyone would train very well. The well-trained human beings are excellent human beings. It needs trained mind and body. So the principle of purified of mind. The Buddha teaches to train in the 4 places as he teach in Pali language. Kaya nupassana satipatthana. Kaya is body. Anu, Pali language, following. Kaya anu passana. Passana insight. Sati mindfulness. Thana setting. Setting. So we can translate as setting mindfulness to follow the body. Thank you, Kun Selina Chitjaturan, for watching this program. Thank you, Kun Selina Chitjaturan, Kun Yotin Chitjaturan, Kun Sombat Chitjaturan. 3 persons, 3 upasakas came to make merit to dedicate to your close relative, to your elder sister. It's very beautiful ritualism. You had done very well among all Buddhapanya member, all members of Wat Buddhapanya. And thank you too for you to come and follow this program. Okay, let's move forward. The topic of to purify the mind. To purify the mind is to do to use or to set mindfulness at the mindfulness following the body. We can see deeply into the body and recognize what you have seen as it really is. The way to see the Buddha taught us, see as it or they really are. See what happened here and now. See just what happened here and now. That's the way to see the movement of the body or see the body. I feel conflicted to accept merit for good deed. I feel I do good only because it said correct. I don't do good for recognition. I must learn more about why merit is important. Okay. You should study word by word and the principle. You should start by understanding dana. The purpose of dana is to improve generosity. And then generosity comes first. Then you can give dana. And if without the feeling of confidence or generosity or the feeling to give the dana or feel good to give the dana, one cannot give. Conflict to accept merit for a good deed. I feel do good only because it is correct. I don't do good for recognition. I must learn more about merit is important. The real purpose of merit is to get rid of ego, to get rid of greed. That's it, the direct purpose of making merit, and to clean the mind, to save yourself and the society, that we can study word by word. It needs time to study word by word. That's the first step. And after that, study the application of merit. And how can we apply merit in daily life? Which one we can do? We would make merit for yourself, for the other. We should study the true idea or the true teaching. Then after that you recognize or you can't recognize. With part you can recognize, with part you cannot recognize. It's up to you. But first of all, you should study deeply, word by word. And you go to the original meaning. Then after that, you use this formula to apply activities done by people. So, come to 4 setting of mindfulness. At first, the Buddha asked us to set mindfulness to follow the body. You know the real body and what you see. And then you can know the movement of the body, then what you feel when you follow the movement of the body. For example, you follow the movement of walking. They have walking meditation. The master meditation master design a walking meditation. In walking meditation, we should nourish and support awareness of that movement. So you use the benefit from movement. You know the direction you are moving to. That to know. And then what you feel. You can walk slowly, or you can walk fastly, but just you know emptiness of walking. Or you feel good, you feel bad. In breath, out breath. Then set the mindfulness to follow the feeling. What you feel after you see your body movement, or see the way the body is. See truly, see directly. Is called เวทนานุปัสสดาสติปัฏฐาน to set mindfulness to follow the movement of the body. Let us follow after you use mindfulness to follow your body, your feeling. You find out pleasure or unpleasure, feel good or feel bad, feel like or dislike, feel lies with satisfactoriness, feel satisfied or feel dissatisfied, then what you are thinking about that feeling. Follow to see the thinking that arising from the feeling. But you think about that feeling, it's good or bad. What you are thinking, watching, looking at, or seeing, knowing, you know that feeling by your mind. What you are thinking about that feeling, feel good, feel bad, feel joy, feel delighted, what you feel, what you think about that feel. And then move to the Dhammanupassana Satipatthana. It set mindfulness to follow the truth or the reality. It is called Dhamma. You can see the reality of on that, on the way of arising and passing away, arising and passing away. The movement of the body is arising and passing away. Feeling good, feeling bad, appreciate or no appreciation, it just arising and passing away. All the thinking of good, thinking of bad, thinking pure academy, it also on the way of arising and passing. Then the Buddha listens to see two concepts would be removed: satisfactoriness and disfactoriness, or what you satisfy, what you do not satisfy. To remove what you feel satisfied and what you feel dissatisfied, remove on, to make your mind empty, or to make your mind that's full of awareness, mindfulness, no like, no dislike, no passion, no dispassion, nothing, it empty, but it has mindfulness and awareness instead of like or dislike, satisfactoriness or disfactoriness. This is the way to purify the mind. The mind can be defined by liking and disliking. The mind can be defined by satisfactoriness, disfactoriness, and then it becomes empty or free from satisfactoriness, disfactoriness, dissatisfactoriness. It free from that and mind become pure. So as the Buddha said that to purify the mind. So today I bring the great principle of Buddhism or the core of Buddhism to communicate, to show, to present to you. I try as best as I can to communicate from my heart, from my a little bit English knowledge that I must think in Thai and try to make grammar, something right, something wrong. I spend more energy to do the three systems, thinking in Thai, make the sentence, and communicate to you, to let some, those who use English, to know the importance of the full moon day of the third month according to lunar calendar. Then there was a great meeting of on pure monks. We can compare to Christian like a saint, the one who pure. There's no sin at all because saints. Then the Buddha greet them like a father greets son home, like a welcome home. He welcome on son home because their full ordination were given by the Buddha. In Buddhism, we think that the one who give ordination is as same as father to give the physical body. Then upacha of perception is as same as the spiritual father. So holy student, your meaning in English disciple okay disciple holy student good okay they were disciple very good they were disciples of the Buddha they gained full ordination by Buddha they gain enlightenment by the Buddha. Then they became disciples. The Buddha's disciple who have practiced well. Thank you to give me the new word. So good for me to try to speak English from my heart, and it's pretty easy for those who know. For those who know and understand English to correct directly. It's like today, I try very hard to use the word that translate Arahanta from Pali and try to comment like a Christian saint, Saint Joseph, Saint Paul, Saint Luke, something like that. Sometimes it's very far, but disciple I heard from American monk to use. That the first 1,250 is not first. First, the Buddha had 5 disciples, and the second group over about 60 disciples. The first missionary that the Buddha sent to spread the holy life. And a third group that there about 30 men and get ordination from the Buddha. And then the big group consists of 1,000 and including the leader 1,003 monks. Then plus the great disciple Mokkhalana and Sariputta 2,250. So there not all monks came to see the Buddha, just some of them, but total 1,250. I sympathize with you. Same for me if I try to speak Thai. Very difficult, yeah. I know that's very difficult for me to speak English, but I have no time to study well, to live in that family of American people for 3 years, something like that, to train pronunciation because I am 66 years old. I never know when I die. If I wait for fluent speaking English, I must die. So that's make me to be strong, to courage, to try to speak. If it's wrong, I prepare myself to recognize the correction. then today I can speak English about 33 minutes continuously. Welcome คุณลัดดาวันลิมพันธ์คุณเพ็ญศรีภักดีไทย I know my weakness even I listen myself it's so weak it's not same as the learned people from university can do but I have many vocabulary to use and try to communicate and that's very lucky for you the one for you the one who support me I was watching I saw you laughing and talking about pronunciation book arriving soon yes I love the book more than online because I love the paper more than online if online I used I try to go to Google and put dictionary American dictionary English dictionary and then it show and I try but now I must go on speaking to let me know what I must clear and speak again like a quiet as I speak more than 50 years I know quiet please like that and I have you my teacher quiet I remember now and peace because if I speak by myself it peace like that peace that's my native speaking in the southern parts of Thailand peace and then you say peace and every time I would like to speak peace I am thinking of you oh that peace and 2 months ago I changed myself to speak peace so if I speak fast I ignore about that peace some word in the natural tongue I cannot pronounce like a because I would say like it and I must practice because but I have mindfulness and awareness first I am going to speak peace shop family peace shop family quiet place the Buddha asked monks to go to seek the quiet place okay by this way only I can correct my pronunciation especially you can correct me in that place in the moment in the present moment and then I can remember deeply as like we chant as you wrote and I chant on the monitor of TikTok that's good way for me to study English structure you say may all living beings be free from dangers, be free from violence, be free from aversion, be free from harming. I can remember the structure from you, from Mahasukh. So I got more benefit when I come to broadcast in TikTok. So I know myself, need the correction, and I still going to school. This semester, my counselor suggest me to register on the journalist. I'm honored to be of help to your work. Thank for you allow me to help. Yes, appreciate. And then in the former time, when I was young, I have no time to go to the school that they teach English well. Like the rich people, I was very poor, but just I have the book and read, as they wrote in Thai pronunciation. And I did not remember all that pronunciation. Sometimes I read by myself. So, and when I know whoever can teach me English, I go and volunteer to work. When I was young, about 12, about 10 years old, there's one person who can write and speak A to C, and then they need they need me to take care his child. I cannot remember of the word they used. They care or something. I cannot remember now. But he hired me to take care his children, his son. I take care about 6 hours. I took care about 6 hours, and he would teach me English for 2 hours. So very trouble for me to seek, just study English, just writing. It's great if I can be in the family because we should study from the nature, but unfortunately for me, child care or daycare, yes, I was daycare 6 hours, and then you teach me English for 2 hours. Just read A, B, C, D to C only. And after I can read, I dream to have a small dictionary, and then I repeat by myself. Like a country, I've been chanting COUNTRY, country, and translate into Thai ประเทศ COUNTRY, country, TOUNTRY, country, ELEPHANT, 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 something like that, 100 times. until I remember. So my mental is not so good, my brain not so good too. So I must repeat about 100 times a word, a vocabulary, 100 times. Need more time to practice. And then I remember and make the sentence. Like I love to start the structure and put the word according to the structure. And that's my way and my weakness of pronunciation. But my heart is so big to speak. I am 55. I am also show how to the best I can understand your difficulty. Yes. So I show my difficulty, but it doesn't stop my effort to communicate by this English, my broken English, they said, right? To the people. Even you can understand for 50%, that's fine. And then I try to speak more and more until you know, like I vote high to take care chai, and then you say, oh, chai care, day care, okay. Spring chicken was spring chicken. What happened? That chicken fin fresh, spring chicken. What you mean? American idiom. If you can teach me one word, one day, one word about American idiom that can be used. I study just one word, what's up? What's up? Like that. Like a spring chickens, I don't know. Okay, I'm happy. Today I can speak English continuously 20 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour and 6 minutes. Spring chicken are young and youthful. We are not spring chicken means we are old now, no longer young. Okay. We are spring chicken. 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 Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you, คุณกุหลาบพัชรดุล She speak English beautifully. She speak English sweet, very sweet. Okay, let me chant before leaving broadcasting. May all living beings be free from dangers, be free from hostility, be free from aversions, be free from harming. May all living beings be free from suffering and violence. May all living being be healthy, wealthy, safe, successful, and happy. Thank you for following my talking.